Good morning, welcome to a morning review. This is Kim Watson speaking on Thursday the 12th of February. Okay, looking at the euro dollar first, and yesterday's meetings didn't come to anything, and we're still sitting in this consolidated pattern here. The thing with the euro at the moment, I'm still erring towards the downside mainly. There doesn't seem to be any short-term give from either parties, and to me it looks like we could easily just sort of roll out of this downside or this consolidated period and move to the downside, maybe, as I said yesterday, running towards last month's lows at some point. So it does look very, very weak, but it's not an easy one to read most of the time now. If you look at this 60-minute chart, we end up in periods of quite tight consolidation, the occasional spur of excitement, and then it rolls back within the range. So very, very tight in terms of where we're heading here. We're quite pinched in terms of, you can see the daily pivots are quite pinched relative to previous days, weeks. So again, it makes life quite sort of indecisive in terms of the movement. So all we can expect with the euro is probably more chop. Looking at cable, more chop I should say, with a towards the downside. The pound dollar yesterday showed a bit of promise, looked like it's going to push up for a while and head back towards the previous highs there, the 50 moving average. It still looks like there's some potential running back towards that 50 MA at some point, but at the moment, again, it's just chopping back. It's caught back into range, again making trading relatively difficult. There is the potential upside target there, sitting around about 152.50. So we've got the potential upside target 152.50. But you can just see from this hourly pattern, it pretty sums things up. There's a bit of a bit of a head and shoulders sitting there, which could break, and we could see a break of this little neckline would maybe see us back towards that weekly pivot, the 200 moving average and below. So at the moment, very, very choppy, quite indecisive. So pretty similar to euro from that perspective. Although any break of the lows here is quite difficult to draw much on there. There's a couple of trend lines maybe could pop across. Well, there's a current candle, so it makes it very difficult to drop it on there, but it could be pushing for the upside here at the moment. There's a support level, which is a descending support level, which I never really trust too much. So there's a couple of areas there really. Maybe we should have been looking at this sort of expanding movement on it, but as I say, difficult to determine. Actually, it's probably the better view of it. If it does break that upper sort of that upper level there, it could look a little bit more bullish back towards the highs of yesterday. But for now, not easy to read here. Dollar yen. Well, the dollar yen at last has broken and is starting to become more trending towards the upside, so more positive to the upside. Still, if you look at the daily, it's got some potential to push up some more up to the more recent highs of 121.80. So there is that potential that it could just continue running up there. The Asia sector, should I say, is looking relatively weak all round, and we could see that these currencies or related currencies continue to weaken against the dollar. All the time it's unsettlement, and the US economy is looking relatively good and strong compared to many of the others. Just going back to looking at daily on the left here, there may be some quite strong support around that 120.71 area in the short term, but we've had a good push up. We could still continue. Even the daily pivot's been hit today, so I don't even have a downside target there. I was just about to say we do have a downside target. It's difficult to draw any. Well, there is a support line, trend line running up the top there. Even if that's broken, I prefer the upside at the moment, so I wouldn't be looking to trade that. but if it does get broken and you see the lows taken out, maybe be looking towards the hourly 50. But for now, remains pretty difficult. Any retracements I'll be looking to buy on. Okay, Aussie dollar. The Aussie dollar, we saw a sell-off during the Asian session as the employment figures came out poorly, the worst again, so it's just running down more and more. And the situation with China, the Asian region is quite poor. So at the moment, there's lots of slowing of growth. So we're seeing that reflected in the Australian dollar. We could be heading back to the early month lows there at this rate. Certainly not one looking to buy at the moment. Again, we've got a few currencies here that, for example, the euro, I'm looking really only to trade to the downside. I'm not looking for the upside unless it really gets a move on and there's something sorted out with the Greek situation. There's the Australian dollar, only looking to trade on the downside. The dollar yen, only looking for the upside sort of moves. The Canadian dollar, upside moves I prefer. The pound, I'm a little bit more neutral on, so up or down. So I could do either there with the pound. We'll see what happens. But this is how I'm sort of looking at reviewing the markets at the moment. Okay, that's it for me. News-wise today on Thursday, we've got we have got European today. We've got the European Summit continue as an all-day European Economic Summit, so maybe we can get something out of that and continuation of this sort of Greek situation. Let me just check. We've got the Bank of England governor is speaking at 10:30 on the inflation report, so that certainly for the pound dollar could create some volatility around about that time. And US core retail sales, they are coming a bit more into play at the moment. So at 1:30, the core retail sales may create some volatility. So there's three sort of two majors there. Three majors: Economic Summit, the Bank of England, and the retail sales. So to watch out for today. Okay, have a great one. Bye for now.